Hey everyone, how you doing? I am Mark, and we are back with Path of Exile Betrayal, episode 20. We got to Act 7 last episode, and we are ready to dive in and pick up all the quests we need to get going and go kill some monsters. So let's go ahead and see what people have to say.
Judging by that rather curious ship and its errant captain, I imagine you had rather an interesting voyage here. Now, Inquisitor Maligaro. We must have his soul. He has most certainly returned to his old haunt, yet his manifestations are like wisps on the wind. There one moment, gone the next. While I am familiar with the phantasmal trails and tributaries that filigree this reality, Maligaro's exact whereabouts eludes me. You should speak with these desperates who cling to this broken bridge, that young Templar scholar in particular. Their mundane knowledge must provide where my enlightened sapiens cannot. Farewell.
What'll I do now? This here broken bridge speaks to me some. A fair place to rest me old bones for a bit. And tell you what, with all this sunlight and fresh air, I can feel the calling forth of the poetic muse beneath me trousers. Been a long time since I felt this here compass point in any direction. Now, speaking of navigations and the like, a long time ago, I had me a nice collection of riches stuffed away in a lockbox. Being the stupid ass that I am, I buried the thing one eve when I was high in my cups. Can't for the death of me remember where except I knew it was near this broken bridge. The box has a silver locket in it. It holds the portrait of my late wife, Meredith. It's the last thing I have in this world to remember her by. If you happen across my lockbox in your travels, I'd be appreciating of its return. Always keep your eyes on the horizon.
Okay, so thus far we're looking for Maligaro and a silver locket in some kind of lockbox.
Ah, yes. You do seem to have a penchant for presenting yourself when times are at their most perplexing. It would seem that our Almighty has forsaken us. False deities from ages past now rise and ravage, while our blessed innocence remains as silent as the stones at my feet. So much for Templar propaganda, eh? Well, I suppose if we are to fend for ourselves, then I should answer your troubling arrival with our own most pressing tribulation. The relic that washed ashore and started all the chaos. It was covered in ancient Val inscriptions. The symbols were much weathered, making them challenging to translate. Yet I did my best. The inscriptions spoke of the god Wraeclast. If this object somehow housed the spirit of that many-faced monstrosity, then I fear we are all in danger. Wraeclast was renowned for his penchant for subjugation and control. Please, I urge you to destroy this god before his strength and dominance grow insurmountable. Nip this divine threat in the bud, as it were. Our poor friend, Grust, has likely become Wraeclast's avatar in this world. At least his recent behavior would indicate as much. If you could see to Grust's passing, Wraeclast will be forced to retreat into the relic. Destroy the relic, and perhaps you will also destroy the god.
Yay, we get to kill Grust. Grust never liked us anyhow, so seems fitting.
Keep your wits about you.
Don't think. Oh. Alva, the Master Explorer, is there, and she will definitely have something to tell us. So let's talk to Yena here.
You arrive. The Great Spirit spoke in my dreams, told me that darkness would again drown our lands, and you, Exile, would walk before the flood. But what is this? You are not alone. A shade, a memory, older even than... No, older than spirit? Fear grips my throat. I shake, but the spirit drapes a warming cloak upon my shoulders. This ancient ghost that follows you, it has the trust of the spirit. And if the spirit trusts, then I trust.
Well, she didn't have much to say. Let's talk to Helena, since that's one of the things we're supposed to be doing here.
Turn your back for the barest moment and Wraeclast bites you in the proverbial. I imagine that's how you're feeling upon visiting us this time. It's how I feel about now. I'm afraid that the Inquisitor's spirit has indeed returned to the Chamber of Sins. Yet while you won't encounter Meligaro by wandering his halls, I do perhaps know how you can find him. Whilst investigating the Fell Shrine, I learned of the existence of a map, forged by Meligaro from his own viscera. This map allowed him to transfer his spirit into another form of existence, an existential safe house to which he could retreat should death ever attempt to take him. Understanding the map's purpose, Vol tried to destroy it, to no avail, so he locked it away deep within the ruins of Freesia Cathedral. Find that map and place it upon the Reverie device in Meligaro's old laboratory, and when you step over that threshold, expect the very worst.
Okay, so we have to deal with the map, which is foreshadowing actual maps. Alva, the Master Explorer. She's going to tell us about incursions.
Thank the gods. You're no saint, I can see that. Though, who am I to question what form divine providence comes in? I am the great Alva Valai, reliquarian extraordinaire. A seeker of mysteries, explorer of the unknown, lover of all things that glitter, and I need your help. The lost temple of Atzuatl. Halls lined with finery, boxes stuffed with glimmering riches, and relics touched by insurmountable power. For eons lost to history, until now. I believe the secret of its location lies in the Val City, which until very recently was submerged and completely unreachable. But with all that's going on, the city has risen from the depths and, well, it's still completely unreachable. It seems the only way to even get close is across the river, and the only crossing is overrun with bandits. I've a plan that could make both of us unbelievably wealthy, but perhaps one day.
Okay, so she is actually another master that will end up in our hideout, and the Temple of Atzuatl is sort of, it's one of the main events from a previous league, which has been integrated into the main game. So we are ready to go explore and start uncovering information about this new encounter type. So the only thing we're going to do here is we're going to find the locket for Whalem and find the way forward, really. And I'm going to wait a second because I want to check my inventory to make sure I didn't do something stupid like head out without clearing it. I did not. And we don't have any skill points to spend, so we are ready to go. So let's find the locket. There's a lot of undead in here. Let's cast our golem to help us out. And usually the locket is up north here. And of course we're on the lookout for any sort of other encounter we might come across in this area. I don't think there's a whole lot here. And we've done a whole bunch of Syndicate stuff at this point, so I'm going to mostly do Syndicate encounters off camera, although even though it's, you know, well past the start of the league, we just did get a patch that changed the difficulty of the Syndicate encounters, so maybe I should run a couple on camera just to see how they go. And there is a Syndicate encounter over there, so I'll go ahead and do this one on camera. Let's see how it goes. We will also grab this shrine quickly.
Never provoke a wild animal in its den.
This doesn't feel all that different. Alright, that gate is down, so let's go ahead and pop a totem or two in here. Get rid of those healing totems inside. There's still an awful lot of summoners. Where is our master? Oh, there she is.
We're not beasts. We can settle this other ways, like before.
Sure, we're going to bargain with her. Gives us some more fortification and keeps her in the ranks.
I appreciate it.
Didn't drop anything useful. And we will continue on our way. And we are vastly over-leveled at this point, so really I need to start picking up the pace a bit and keep moving. So let's see if we can find our quest item in here. Okay, here is our quest item, so we just have to get into this sort of fortified area and pick it up. And it really shouldn't be this hard. Don't hit the Windows key. And now all we're looking for is the way forward, which appears to be right there. Good timing. And we are heading into the crossroads. And the crossroads should look somewhat familiar. So if we follow this road, we should hit a waypoint here. And apparently we should also find all the monsters. I see the waypoint there. We do have a quest to turn in, but let's go ahead and travel to Fell Shrine and get this map. As before, we go, from the crossroads, sort of southeast to Fell Shrine. And this is the exterior ruins, and eventually we're going to find the shrine itself. We ran into Tora again, and she will drop a scarab if we bargain with her.
I'm glad we could come to an understanding.
And scarabs, man, I don't even remember what they do. Okay, they are map modifiers, so we will keep that for sure. Not much we can do with it right now, but we'll keep it and we'll continue on our way. We have found the Fell Shrine, and there's a waypoint in here, and two things to do in here. We have to find Maligaro's map, and we have to do the Trial of Ascendancy that's in here. So I'm going to poke around. This is very much like it was in Act 2. It's a big underground complex with lots of undead. These are sort of ghosts rather than... there are skeletons too. The usual assortment of undead. And once I find something interesting, I'll be back. Oh.
Crushing my enemy!
Kill them dead!
It's not a true test of strength now, is it?
Ow.
Not in the dark again!
Stronger. Thus we evolve.
So we found Jorgen and Hillock, and I am going to imprison Jorgen since he is rank 3. We will, he'll still be in the ranks even if we interrogate him and he drops a rank, but he's going to give us a bunch of intervention information.
I wonder how much more of an animal you will be when we're through.
And Hillock,
I hate this job. Hate it! Makes no sense to me.
we're just
My
going to
boss
bargain
gave
with
me
him.
This make any sense to you?
And we'll grab a couple items, and we'll continue on our way. We have found the Trial of Ascendancy, so let's go ahead and hear what it has to say, and then do it.
Fear gnaws at the entrails of the faithful and the faithless alike. Fear of the unknown, fear of the future. An empire requires leadership that can assuage those fears through example, through wisdom, through strength. An emperor lights the way through the darkened caverns of uncertainty.
Go ahead and level up our skill gems and grab our next node over here. More crit and more crit multiplier. And next we're going to head down this way to Cold-Hearted Calculation. Into the trial. And I do not remember which one this is. Oh good, it's a lot of... It's a lot of levers and spinny things. And a locked door. So we're going to have to head across. Get to this lever. I'm guessing. Did that actually unlock this door? I believe it did. Now somehow we have to get around this corner, which I think we can do this way. And this is not where we needed to go. Or is it? Nope. A bit painful. Those things are just annoyingly painful. But we do find a crafting recipe.
I could hardly hope for better results.
Damage over time, and we find our Trial of Ascendancy plaque.
Shine boldly, so that all may find you when the night falls.
2 out of 3, 1 more to go. Okay, the only thing we have left in here is to find the map, Malgar's map. So let me keep looking around and I'll let you know when I find it. Okay, this sarcophagus leads us to the lower level of Fellshrine. And down here looks a little different, but it's very similar as far as monsters. So I'm going to fight my way through here until I find the map. And here we found the map. As soon as I kill these monsters, we can head in, grab it, and be on our way. Get the spirit. What? There was a chest blocking the access to those, so grab those, and I believe we are ready to go back to town because we have the map and we have Wayland's locket. So let's go ahead and head back.
Me locket! Oh, me darling, me beautiful Meredith. How I miss your shuddering bosoms, your quivering thighs. She had a heart to melt an iceberg, and teats the size of a... Ooh. Well, anyway, I thank you greatly. Please, whatever else be in that lockbox, take your pick from it. This locket be the only treasure I need.
Sure. We'll take another diamond flask.
Always keep your eyes on the horizon.
And up here we will talk to... No, we don't actually have anyone to talk to. All we need to do is go to the Chamber of Sins.
I imagine it was no easy feat, removing that abomination from its tomb. The horrors that must still lurk beneath the fell shrine. Well, I suppose you'll be meeting abominations aplenty where you're going next. Place that map upon Maligaro's reverie device, and remember, hope for the worst. At least then you'll be partially prepared for what's to come. Go with courage.
Okay, Helena's being very cheerful about this whole thing, so I am going to just dump my inventory so I don't have to deal with it. Currency. That's Maligaro's map. What does... scarabs don't fit in this, so we'll just throw them in this other currency tab for a while. And I'll stick it over there so I remember where it is. And we are ready to head back out to Crossroads, because Crossroads leads us to Chamber of Sins. And as we know, our Chamber of Sins is to the northwest. So I will be back when I have found the Chamber of Sins. Alright, we are in the Chamber of Sins, and we are just looking for Maligaro's reverie device. So I will do that and be back as soon as we find it. Lots of undead in here, and lots of poison zombies, so... we will see what we find. Okay, finally we have stopped the caravan and we have Ailsling giving us the information we need to pop this safe house. So we will take care of that shortly.
The question now, Exile, is whether or not you're foolish enough to face them down. I think you just might be.
And if we look... here, this is probably where we need to go because I see a crafting recipe there. So let's head down there. It is indeed where we need to go. So let's see what crafting recipe we get. Lightning damage.
Hello to you, great dreamer.
A waypoint. Maligaro writing about his vision of the world. And I'm not going to read that because it's really long. And we find Silk, who used to be in the Act 2 camp. So let's see what he has to say.
We have woven a tale together in days past. Perhaps we shall again. We make mighty stories, you and I. And now I have daunting task before me, the last in my great journey. Near to us, cast in shadow, a monster awaits. Black Death is his name, a beauteous eight-leg, twisted grotesque by the master of these loathsome halls. I wish to give this eight-leg the merciful peace he deserves, and to save what is still beautiful, the elixir that only Black Death can make. Please, will you find him? Kill this Black Death. Take the eight-leg's venom for me. I may be fearsome warrior, but Black Death's master has made him into a thing more monstrous than even I can best. Who knows? Perhaps Black Death is too strong even for you.
Okay, Silk is up to his usual getting me to do stuff for him. So our next step is to open Maligaro's map, head into the area that it opens, and we're going to defeat Maligaro, and we're going to defeat Black Death to get the black venom that Silk wants. So those are our two quests for next time, and that's probably going to lead us to the Causeway so we can continue our quest line for what's her name? The new Master for Intervention, whose name I can't remember. And both of those will be stuff to do next time, because we have been running for quite a while, so I'm going to call the episode here. Thanks for watching, as always. If you enjoyed what you saw, please consider leaving a like or subscribing to the channel. It really does help. And leave a comment if you have any thoughts on the way the stream is, or the episodes are going, and hit the notification bell if you want to keep up with new videos as they go out. Have a great day, and I will see you next time.